Hello friends, today we discuss with the topic of general solution of trigonometric function. Before this, already we seen the principal solution of trigonometric function as that lies in between 0 to 2 pi. Now we take principal solution gives for each trigonometric equation there are two values that lies means including the angle 0 up to 2 pi. Here we take general solution. So for this case we take general solution of the trigonometric equation is nothing but the solution of trigonometric equation which is generalized by using its periodicity. Using its periodicity. Periodicity means that function is repeated after some interval of angle. Then that measure of angle is nothing but after an interval of angle, then that required time is nothing but the period, means time required to corresponding repetition of that trigonometric function, which is called periodicity of the trigonometric equation. Before this, again you know that as we find the solution for trigonometric equation by taking first principal value, then principal solution and then general solution. The part of principal value is along with inverse trigonometric function. So here we only take general solution. Now general means infinitely many solutions can be found out by using this method to find general solution. And therefore we take measurement of that angle maybe in clockwise or anti-clockwise. For example, as we take sin theta is equal to half. You know that sin theta is equal to half. That gives principal value of the angle theta. We learned that topic in next topic, that is the inverse trigonometric function. But before this, you know that trigonometric function sin, which has half value for the angle pi by 6, means 30 degree. But again by using principal solution, we take there are two solutions which lies in between 0 to 360 degree. So for this case we take that values is again repeated in second quadrant. But in second quadrant we take the pair of allied angle of the sine as sin theta is equal to sin pi minus theta. And therefore pi minus theta means we get that angle pi minus pi by 6 means 6 pi minus pi means 5 times pi by 6. So we take that angle again have same value, that is half. So sine 150 degree, sine 30 degree has same value, that is half. But we find general solution for same equation. So how you find general solution for this? So after completion of that rotation of number of circles, means we take that rotation of the circle maybe clockwise or anti-clockwise, and therefore we take that integral multiple is n, and that n from the set of integers, means plus minus. So to find solution of trigonometric equation, for this case general solution is the solution obtained by trigonometric equation after its periodicity. Now we take here trigonometric equation. For first equation sin theta. If the equation is sin theta equal to 0. In general, we say that suppose this is the plane of Cartesian coordinate system. You know that when value of the sine ratio is 0, in short we take sine always depends on y. So value of y is 0 means we take along x-axis. Sine value of y is 0 means we take along x-axis, that values of y equal to 0. So along all these x-axis we get all sine function as 0 value, and this x-axis can be defined as this angle as well as initially 0, then we take negative side of x-axis, that is the odd multiples of pi, whereas positive side is even multiples. Means along x-axis all angles are multiples of pi. As we take that are in anti-clockwise. But again same case for clockwise, we take that is again multiples of pi, but we take that negative multiples, and therefore trigonometric function sin theta equal to 0 that gives general solution for theta which is equal to n pi, where n belongs to z. Means along this axis all trigonometric function for angles along x-axis, sine ratio which is a trigonometric function, that means all values are 0. Remember that sine always depends on y coordinate and y0 on x-axis, and therefore we take whole solution that may be clockwise or anti-clockwise measurement. Now we take second equation, cosine theta which is equal to 0. So for cosine theta we take opposite case. For cosine theta we take that values, means value of x is 0 along y-axis, and along y-axis we take that angle which are multiples of pi by 2, because first angle is pi by 2 and after completion of this semicircle we take that angle is 3 pi by 2. But this is the case for anti-clockwise measurement. Now in the clockwise measurement we get that angles are negative measure, and therefore these odd multiples of pi by 2, see here 1 pi by 2, 3 pi by 2, after this we take 5 pi by 2, again here 7 pi by 2, means odd multiples of pi by 2 gives the solution, means 2n plus 1 times pi by 2, where again n belongs to z. Cosine theta becomes 0 along y-axis. In general, you know cos 90 is 0. Measurement of 90 degrees along y-axis. So we take that odd multiples of pi by 2, that gives the corresponding cosine ratio becomes 0. Now we take next equation, tangent equation. Tan theta equal to 0. So that means we take that equation, sin theta upon cos theta is equal to 0. Again that implies here its general solution is nothing but the general solution of equation sin theta equal to 0, because geometry is never 0, and therefore we take here sin theta equal to 0. So here for this condition same solution, that is theta is equal to n pi for n belongs to z. So general solution for three equations that compare with 0, we get that values as theta, for sine as n pi, for cosine as odd multiple of pi by 2, and trigonometric ratio of tangent theta which is similar to that of sine. Now for next values we take here that solutions for the equations, general solution sin theta equal to sin alpha. Now general solution for the trigonometric equation sin theta equal to sin alpha. For this case we take here as the equation sin c equal to sin b, sin theta equal to sin alpha. Remember that there are three types of solution: sin theta equal to sin alpha, cos theta equal to cos alpha, tan theta equal to tan alpha. Now for this we find solution by comparison of the angles. You know sine ratios are similar in first and second quadrant, but in first and second quadrant we take that angles can be explained with the help of allied angle. When we take all these angles, means even we take even multiple plus times, and here we take, as this is the pi, but here odd multiples, means 1 pi, 3 pi, and that second quadrant implies less than angle, so we take that is minus. For sine, you know address for the angle as that lies in between first and second quadrant. In first and second quadrant, sine ratios are similar, and therefore here we take that values in first and second quadrant. In first value that is greater than 0, greater than 2 pi, greater than 4 pi, greater than 6 pi. Whereas in second quadrant that values, first we take pi minus 1 pi minus 2 pi, 3 pi minus 5 pi, means all multiples of pi. And again we take that measurement in reverse direction. So for this case, how you define this solution? So remember that here sin theta equal to sin alpha gives equation sin theta minus sin alpha is equal to 0. So use here sin c minus sin b, that is the result from factorization formula. Sin c minus sin b, that is 2 times cos c plus d upon 2 into sin theta minus alpha upon 2 is equal to 0. Now here 3 is never 0, so we take product is 0. That product is 0. What is imply? Either cos theta plus alpha upon 2 is equal to 0, or you get second value, that is theta minus alpha upon 2 equal to 0. So what this implies, by using these three equations, we take solution of this equation as cosine theta is equal to 0. That implies theta has general solution or multiple of pi by 2. So here theta is nothing but we take that is theta plus alpha divided by 2 is nothing but odd multiple of pi by 2. We take here common solution for n, that is n belongs to z, and sin theta is equal to 0 means this whole angle is suppose theta. So that implies general solution for theta is equal to n pi. Here theta is theta minus alpha upon 2, which is equal to n pi. For these both cases, we take n belongs to z, means n is integer. Now, what is the condition for this? So, we have to find this theta can be expressed in terms of alpha. So, here take simplification to cancel on both sides. So, we get value of theta which is equal to 2n plus 1 times pi minus alpha, or for second condition. From this we take theta, this alpha becomes negative to the right side, 2n plus 1 times pi minus alpha. Now from this we take theta minus alpha is equal to, this 2 is multiplied to this, so we get here n pi, and that 2 is multiplied to right side, 2n pi, and this alpha becomes here plus. And for both condition, we take n belongs to z. See here this condition is followed by the function. Now, here 2n plus 1 is odd multiple of pi. So, odd multiples and that angle implies minus in second quadrant. Two multiples of 2 all gives even multiple, and therefore that angle gives measurement of angle which is greater than that angle, that is 2 pi plus, and therefore we take 2 is a even number, so 2 pi plus address for first quadrant. So that all angles lies in first and second quadrant. So from these two solution, we take here general solution for the equation sin theta equal to sin alpha is theta is equal to, now again from this you take, this is even, this is odd, again even, again odd, you take multiple of that angle. So we take in general that is n. Condition on that n is which is integer. But as we take here 2n pi common, but this is 1 pi is added, means we take that is the odd multiple. And for this we take n pi plus odd multiple. Remember that for odd multiple angle is minus. For odd multiple angle is minus. And suppose we take for this solution n is equal to 1. So 2 into 1. 2 into 1 means 2 plus 1 pi means 3 pi. So 3 pi, for this we require value of that is minus, and therefore when odd multiple you get that negative, and for even multiple you get positive. So we get that solution for the equation as sin theta equal to sin alpha as theta is equal to n pi plus minus 1 raised to n times alpha. Now we take n is odd, means you get pi plus minus 1 raised to 1 times alpha. So what is calculation for this? Pi minus alpha. Suppose you take n is equal to 2. So you take here 2 pi plus minus 1 raised to 2, that is plus. Minus 1 raised to minus, that is plus. So you get 2 pi plus. Now you get 2 pi plus. So we can take, by using our general rule all STC, you find that solution easily. By using rule of all STC, we find solution of that trigonometric equation sin theta equal to sin alpha. Similarly, we can find the solution for the next equation cos theta equal to cos alpha. Now, at this year, this topic is omitted from your syllabus, but this is the main topic of this chapter. So, here we get solution, general solution. Theta can be expressed in terms of alpha. Theta is equal to n pi even and odd multiples plus minus 1 raised to n times alpha, n belongs to z. Remember that from odd multiple we can subtract angle, and in even multiple we can add angle. This is the general solution. for the equation sin theta equal to sin alpha. Now we see next equation, cos theta equal to cos alpha. Again by using same identity, cos c minus cos t. So it is cos c minus cos t. Difference of cosine minus 2 times we take, that is the product of sine. Sin theta plus alpha upon 2 into sin theta minus alpha upon 2. As we take minus sign is first, or we may take that result that 2 times sin theta plus alpha upon 2 into sin alpha minus theta upon 2. We may absorb this minus sign here for odd function, sin as the odd function. So we take minus 2 is never 0. What is implied? Either sin theta plus alpha upon 2 equal to 0 or sin theta minus alpha upon 2 equal to 0. In combination of both, we can find a solution. Sin ratio is equal to 0. Sin ratio equal to 0, that implies solution is nothing but multiples of pi. So from first condition, we take that solution multiples of pi, means we get that value as theta plus alpha upon 2 is equal to n pi, or from second condition, what is second condition? Theta minus alpha upon 2 equal to n pi. For both cases, we write here n belongs to z. So common condition as theta plus alpha equal to 2 n pi, and for second condition theta minus alpha equal to 2 n pi, again n belongs to z. Now we find here value of theta, so theta becomes 2 n pi minus alpha, or theta equal to 2 n pi plus alpha, where n belongs to z. This is a general solution for this equation. So how you take common value for this? Remember that for cosine, here all races are positive. Value of cosine is similar to that of this. So address for first and third quadrant as that values greater than 360, less than 360. So how we explain 360 minus? So 2 times pi minus alpha means fourth quadrant, and 2 times pi plus alpha means first quadrant. So address for cosine ratios in first and fourth quadrant. So take common value. So general solution of t equation cos theta equal to cos alpha is theta equal to 2 n pi. N is any number. We take rotation of the angle clockwise or anti-clockwise, plus minus alpha for n belongs to z. So general solution for the equation cos theta equal to cos alpha. Theta can be expressed in terms of alpha, but that is even multiples of pi. So angle may be lies in first quadrant or in fourth quadrant. In first quadrant that angles are greater than that even multiple, and in fourth quadrant that angle are less than that corresponding odd multiple. So this is general solution for the trigonometric equation cos theta equal to cos alpha. So we get here that general solution for theta 2 n pi plus minus alpha, again n belongs to z. Now to find the solution for third equation, that is tan theta equal to tan. Again, so this is simple rule by using the principal solution. Before this you know that sign ratios are positive in first second quadrant, so whereas in third and fourth that are negative. So values are given negative, then we find their solution their opposite quadrant. But when we find general solution, at that time we first find its positive value, after this we find negative. But for negative measurement, this alpha depends on its smallest positive angle. So we take minimum angle for this, because for negative measurement of angle, you get again there are two values or in two quadrants. So for equation tan theta equal to tan alpha, we find the solution theta equal. Now we proceed to find this solution. So how we find this sin tan theta equal to tan alpha? What is implied? Sin theta upon cos theta equal to sin alpha upon cos alpha. What is implied? After cross multiplication, we get sin theta into cos alpha. Here multiplication, which is equal to cos theta into sin alpha. Now shift this term to the left side. As we can shift this term to the left side, we get that relation as cos theta. So for next step we take only sin theta cos alpha minus cos theta sin alpha equal to 0. But this is formula, compound angle formula for sin, because ratios are dissimilar. First angle of sin is theta, so we get therefore sin of theta, sin is minus, so we take similar sign, and second angle is alpha, which is equal to 0. What is implied? Sin of theta minus alpha equal to 0. So again compare this equation with the first one. First trigonometric equation with general solution theta equal to n pi. So what is implied? Theta minus alpha is equal to n pi. N belongs to z. So what is theta? Theta is equal to n pi plus alpha. N belongs to z. Check out for trigonometric ratio tangent. Tangent ratio are positive in first and third quadrant. Are same in first and third quadrant. Angle in first quadrant can be even multiples of pi, which is added. Again similarly angle in third quadrant, that is all multiples of pi, but that is again plus pi plus and here 2 pi plus. So we take even or odd, that angle is added in first and third quadrant, that angles are always greater than pi. So we may take that maybe in clockwise or anti-clockwise rotation, and therefore general solution for the equation tan theta equal to tan alpha is theta equal to multiple of pi plus alpha, where a belongs to z. So this is important as we take tangent ratios are same in that general solution n pi plus alpha. Again we take a condition on n belongs to z. So one by one we take the solution for trigonometric equation, and for this we take all these trigonometric ratios are positive according to all HTC rule. You may remember that trigonometric ratio in short you can write again same address, your AC is positive, your CC positive, your AT positive, and for sin we take 2 pi plus pi minus, for tan we take 2 pi plus pi plus, for cosine we take 2 pi plus and 2 pi minus. You take this solution with the help of this. So only here we take for general solution that lies means that can be measured angle in clockwise or anti-clockwise. Therefore we take here m belongs to z. Now we take solution for the trigonometric equation. That trigonometric equation that we take 7, 8, 9. These three results combined as sin square theta equal to sin square alpha, cos square theta equal to cos square alpha, and tan square theta equal to tan square alpha. All these three equations have common solution. Theta is equal to n pi. Theta is equal to n pi plus minus alpha, where n belongs to z. Z is the real set of integer. So sin square theta equal to sin square is all these square identity, square functions called standard trigonometric function, sin, cos, tan, compared with the same function, only change in the angle. So for this angle square function we take common solution, or general solution is common. Theta is equal to n pi plus minus alpha. Theta equal to n pi plus minus alpha. That implies here we take actually n pi plus minus alpha, so that maybe you take here multiples of pi lines along x-axis. But here all these square identity can be obtained in the result of cos 2 theta and cos 2 alpha. So we use here to find solution of this trigonometric equation by using the identity cos 2 theta equal to cos 2 alpha. For this we take only one group we take here, as we know that sin square theta equal to sin square alpha. This is given trigonometric equation. So we get here 2 times sin square theta equal to 2 times sin square alpha. So we take minus for this, minus 2 times sin square theta equal to minus 2 times sin square alpha. After this, we take addition of 1 on both sides. 1 minus 2 sin square theta is the result of cos 2 theta, and 1 minus 2 sin square alpha is the result of cos 2 alpha. Instead of sin square, we take cos square. So at the same time, we take that identity as 2 cos square theta minus 1. Or for tan square theta plus tan square alpha, you use the result of comparando and dividendo law. So 1 plus tan square theta upon 1 minus tan square theta. By using this, you find that ratios are nothing but cos 2 theta is equal to cos 2 alpha. So for these 3 square equations, we get the identity cos 2 theta equal to cos 2 alpha. Now you can use here general solution for result 5. Cos theta equal to cos 2 alpha, then solution is theta equal to 2n pi plus minus alpha. So here general solution of this trigonometric equation, 2 theta is equal to 2n pi. Cosine ratios are similar in first and fourth quadrant. So we take their address. For first and fourth quadrant, 2n is even multiple of pi plus, and for fourth quadrant, even multiple of pi minus. So this gives the address, but here that angle is 2 alpha, whereas n belongs to 0. This 2 theta can be expressed in terms of 2 alpha. So 2 take down common from right side, and that can be cancelled with the left side, and therefore general solution for this equation, theta is equal to n pi plus minus alpha, n belongs to 0. There is difference between the solution of tan theta equal to tan alpha. Here only plus alpha, because that quadrant is first and third. But here we take that quadrant is first and fourth. But we never take here multiple of 2, because after cancellation of 2 by using double angle identity, and therefore that 2 is cancelled, and we take that solution lies along the multiple of pi, means 1 pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, 4 pi plus. By using this, we take the square identity, and therefore solution for these 3 equations, theta is equal to n pi plus minus alpha. There is difference between these 2 solutions. Remember that this is a solution for tangent ratio, and this is a solution for square equation. So with the help of this proof, we find the solution of these 3 equations, which is common. Because you know that cosine double angle means cos 2 theta gives trigonometric result in trigonometric function both sin cos, only in sin, only in cos, and only in tan. So with the help of this, we find that. Now last result means if you have to give an equation, a cos theta plus b sin theta is equal to c. A cos theta theorem is given in your book. A cos theta plus b sin theta is equal to c, and a upon root of a square plus b square equal to cos alpha, b upon root of a square plus b square equal to sin alpha, and c upon root of a square plus b square is equal to cos b. So with the help of this, we find solution of this equation. That solution of this equation is equal to, so general solution, theta is equal to 2n pi plus minus 2n pi minus, instead of alpha, you take that is beta. 2n pi minus alpha plus minus beta. So this is the theorem. You have to prove that for this equation, if these values are given, then you have to find general solution is theta equal to 2n pi minus alpha plus minus beta, where n belongs to 0. So how you prove this result? Very simple proof for this. Now, as equation is given, a cos theta plus b sin theta equal to c, and values are provided to you. As given equation can be divided by under root of a square plus b square. Divide this equation throughout by root of a square plus b square. We get adjustment of identity directly. We can divide all this equation by under root of a square plus b square, and using this a upon root of a square plus b square is nothing but cos alpha. So we get that identity or result for Here b upon root of a square plus b square, that value is sin alpha, sin theta, and for right side c upon root of a square plus b square, that value is equal to cos theta. This is given to you. Only you have to take adjustment. Now for this adjustment, as first angle is alpha and second angle is theta. So you take here, always we take equation having variable theta. This is a trigonometric equation. Here variable is theta, means we have to find solution in terms of angle. So we take, this is the standard result for trigonometric ratio cosine. First angle is theta, second is alpha, but sign of this is plus, so we take that is minus, which is equal to cos theta. Now here use same identity that can be used in previous theorem. So use again result number 5. According to result number 5, general solution of this equation. When cos theta equal to cos alpha, then general solution theta is equal to 2n pi plus minus alpha. So we take here theta is nothing but theta minus alpha is equal to 2n pi plus minus. This is whole theta. Solution is 2n pi plus minus. Instead of this alpha, here we take second cosine ratio has angle is beta. So only we can take here value of theta, which is nothing but 2n pi. This minus alpha becomes here plus. This minus alpha becomes here plus. And this plus minus beta, where a belongs to 0. So solution of this equation, when identity 2n pi, then we take here sin is plus 2n pi plus, as we take the result, here sin is given minus. For whole identity, cos theta plus alpha, here plus sin is. With the help of this, we find trigonometric ratios are similar in first and third quadrant. Solution of the equation is cos theta p sin theta. Now here sign is opposite for the result. If here sign is minus, a cos theta minus b sin theta, then here sign will change. So here sign is plus, we get result as plus. For trigonometric ratio, sign remains same for sine ratio but opposite for cosine, and we adjust, this is the result for cosine. So this minus alpha becomes here plus, here you can take plus. Suppose your sine is minus, so you get here plus sign and that alpha becomes minus. So that depends on that result. If there is sign minus, then you get the here solution is for plus, and plus becomes again minus. So according to given result, you can adjust this identity. But theorem is given in your textbook as a cos theta plus b sin theta is equal to c. Then general solution, general solution of this trigonometric equation, theta is equal to 2n pi plus alpha plus minus beta. Only that angle is added here. That depends on this sign. So remember that how you can adjust this. So trigonometric ratio cosine compared with the same. All STC will use first and fourth quadrant for cosine have same value. So for all these 10 theorems, we use the result. These three equations compare with 0. Then both identity means both functions are similar, sin, cos, tan, and then squares can be compared. And this is common solution. Now here question about that. You may compare that trigonometric ratio with the formula of sine also. Means we take a upon a root of a square plus b square as cos alpha, and this is sin alpha. As we interchange, then we can compare that with sin alpha. But according to your textbook, that can be compared with the cosine, and therefore we find solution in terms of again cosine. So this is the part about general solution of trigonometric equation. But now at the present year, this topic is eliminated from your syllabus. But this is the most important topic to find general solution, because that topic is also in your JEE syllabus and CET syllabus. Only for board examination this is eliminated. And for this we try to solve examples on general solution. To the next period we solve example on principal solution and general solution. So understand this and try to understand for. Hence this topic is over. So thanks to all.